The Shadow Guard have reinforced their position. We must disrupt their forces.
I have many lucky tools you like.
This is all.
A deal is just another kind of oath. The trust will save us. At last, we return to Koresh. Always a pleasure.
Hello.
Patronage is quite appreciated.
Are we ready? Are we ready to go and face this dementia? Face General Amir. Are you gonna let us in now?
Have led to this.
My life has been defined by pursuit of dementia and revenge for my people. Years ago I thought that we had closed the book on the Void Lord's tale, yet the Shadow Guard are determined to ruin that for us all. Now, not while I still live.
We must not lose hope.
Alright, there we go. Finally here. Heart of Darkness. Everybody get your buffs. Purple. Lots of purple. Supposed to go inside there. Forge Sentinel. Fence's return is nigh! Retreat at once! Okay, they just one-shotted this Forge Sentinel thing. Okay. Wow. They're just getting destroyed by the Zappy Zap. Nope. Completely Zappy Zapped. Yeah, this forge, mana forge, whatever, look at everything's shattered and broken, destroyed. Like, I think this being the last boss I'm assuming that we're gonna be facing, I think that we've done some damage while we got here. I have just a hinge, you know. Okay, using a phase Blanky. Alright. Big ass platform.
Valeria is fighting back the Shadow Guard. We're barely holding the Maniforge together. How will we stop him?
We won't. Not alone. Your champions will hold off Dimensius until we can join the battle.
Alright, so Zali. Oh, hello. Nice, so he is reborn. He's got health and all that. He's an aberration, very nice. So Locust Walker is fighting on this side. Trying to closing the rifts. Happy Feet's doing something on this side as well. While we are supposed to be killing him. How do we? Oh, whoa. Okay, I think we should not be jumping into the cosmos. He's just like a huge ass elemental. But it's cool that he's really big. Like, I shit! No, no! Didn't mean to step off. That's a nice start to the fight. So I'm supposed to like go in here. Phase warp. Ah, there you go. Ah, okay, cool. So we're supposed to be doing something in here. What, devour? What does that mean? Don't devour me. I will be a good boy. Ah. Okay. Let's kill some ads. Man, he's really big. Should we kill these guys? Fission, what does that do? My NPC friends don't seem to be attacking that, but okay. Oh, this is the Hearts of Darkness or whatever it was called. Remember? Massive smash. Ah. I think I should have been standing in a circle there. He's awaiting our extinction. Devour. Oh, this is the Saki ability. Gotcha. Okay, so his health is kind of dropping down low. Soak this. Maybe that was just a tanking ability. Maybe I wasn't meant to be soaking it. No, well, let's just focus on killing him. His health seems to be dropping low. Shattered space. Oh yeah, that's just the stuff on the floor. Whatever. I'm just killing his belly. Massive smash. I think it's just a tanking ability. I don't think we're supposed to be inside the dark matter. Weight of the universe. What? Not one. The hell? Drift into Oh my goodness. What?
Got you.
You've got me. Now let's take flight.
We're in Dimensius' domain now. So stay close and listen.
Dude, that's Dimension. He's shooting massive fucking lasers at us. Look at that thing! We are in space! And it's part of the fight. We gotta go over here. That is what I'm expecting out of a Void Lord to be a Void Lord. That size.
Immortal. Show them our strength.
Oh shit, 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 shit. Look at the rock. That's cool. Mass ejection. Fall before me, he says. Dimension prepares. Gamma burst. Mass ejection. Is that the full? No. Ah! He's chucking something at us. Yep, there you go. See, he's chucking another rock at us. No, don't inject me. Okay, he's gamma bursting. Artoshian. Антошка. We're fighting Antoshku. Antoshka, пойдем копать картошку. Oh, see his hand going. He's literally chucking meteors at us. That's
Done well.
yeah, that's some cosmic level from World of Warcraft. I've not seen this in a long time.
Follow me.
Okay, we still have to fight now. Oh, he's charging his belly button. Berry laser. You too big, dude. We're gonna... Look at this. This is like a planet with the dark... Like, what do you call it? Black hole, essentially. With the... Event horizon there as well. It's crazy. Okay.
Kill his minions. Keep pressing him.
So now he's looking at us this way. Okay, we've seen the chuck. We'll stand here, so we're not gonna get chucked. Shh. There's a rock. Dead. Pargoth. So, Antoshka и Pasha. Oh, belly button's charged. Okay, done. Now what? Ooh, sucked in.
We must strike.
Your time was short, he says. And we must strike. Where are we going? Did we get sucked in into his belly button? Oh, hello. Oh, you're small again.
The light you're alive.
Manaforge is stable. What of dimensions?
Manaforge is stable, what of dimensions?
We must keep him from regaining power.
those rocks. Dimensius cast Darkened Sky. What does that mean? Oh shit, jump over. I don't know if that worked. Ah! Ah! There's other things that were attacking me. Devour. Okay. I don't know if I was meant to stay on the planet or not when Devour happened, but I just did. I don't think it matters too much because it's only like story mode. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh look, the planet's changed. So it used to be this planet, now it's this void thing. Yeah, these lines that we need to dodge somehow, I think that would be interesting. Maybe staggering them, like going in one and then going into another one. We've seen this mechanic in the Shadowlands. Darkened Sky. What the sky for? Yeah, like go in there first and then see whichever is the second laser. Like that one. And then wait for the third line. Like that. That's how we would stagger it. Cosmic Collapse. That's on the, yeah, Supernova. Oh, this is that one. When he destroyed one of the planets. Oh yeah, get the Devourer. So we're supposed to... I have a feeling that we're supposed to hide inside the planets, but once they become this black hole planets, we're not supposed to hide in them, because otherwise why would he change them, right? Don't stand in there. Yeah, he changed another planet again. Darkened Sky. So where's the explosion first? There. And then these two, yeah, that would have been really bad. Cosmic Collapse again. Well, that's definitely cooler than Gallywix. Gallywix did not feel like anything on story mode. This is like 3 distinct phases, 3 distinct looks. And there's the big badass himself. Show me that cinematic. There we go. No. Yeah, get sucked. Get sucked into this. Gotcha. Yeah.
Can it truly be? At long last, the all-devouring is
Nice.
vanquished. My world, my people, we are finally avenged.
Do not savor this victory for too long. With Dimensius' defeat, the Dark Heart is on the verge of collapse.
Alright.
I'll hold open the way, so you can make your escape. But to do so, I must remain on this side of the portal.
Which would leave you trapped in here. How selfless of you.
Some sacrifices are inevitable, I suppose. But fear not, Illyria. I always find a way to survive.
You're gonna pick up the Dark Heart and then just peace out. There's no way you wouldn't. crystal you're holding vibrates faintly in your hand. The energy it emits feels like it's holding your hand. Trying to reach out and never let go. Like it wants you to hold it, bring it to safety. Oh, my precious. You can hear a faint song in the back of your mind, a song of fear, confusion, longing for life. Maybe even Hari would know more about it. Oh, is this actually the song of Soul of Karesh? Void Staff is literally the only thing that is original in World of Warcraft. It always have captivated me because it had some kind of sense to it, some kind of unknownness to it. Like, it's not meant to be understood, it's not meant to be defeated. It's the ultimate power that we should be struggling against. I really like the skybox, just space, rifts. Yeah, no, they've done a really good job. This fight is definitely worth being the last fight of the expansion. There we go.
We did it. Dimensius is gone.
Not gone, but contained within the dark heart.
Oh, really?
As is Zalatath. A fitting end for her. Wait!
Roger.
You... What did you do?
I kept my promise. Together, we vanquished Dimensius. And I now have all I need to claim what is mine. Oh, this has been a delight, Illyria. But our little game is over. When next we meet, I will take everything you love.
No surprise there. Quite literally. Who would have seen it coming? Everyone. But it's good that at least they kept with it and didn't try to twist it into some kind of semi-moral redeemable thing. No, Zalatath is evil, she's always been evil, fantastic, no problems, let's move on. She's gonna be the main villain of the saga, I'm assuming. What? Connected from the server? What do you mean? I just wanted to talk to Illyria. Does I have personal issues with Illyria? Good question. I don't know, personally or not. It's just been a theme that because she destroyed Dalaran and killed Khadgar. Well, actually, I think. What? Why am I here? I thought I wanted to. What? Why am I in Dorngal? I thought I was supposed to talk with Illyria.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Oh, this is strange. Where can I go and talk to? I think we'll have to watch YouTube. Um, Nah, I think there's something that we don't actually understand about Zalatath intentions and how's Illyria connected to them, because it feels like Illyria has almost been personally targeted by Zalatath, constantly toyed and played with, constantly like driving her mad with whispers as being of the void Zali is. For some reason it's strictly speaking only targeted towards Illyria. Maybe because Illyria is the half void, half light sort of a person, like she's absorbed a void Naru, and she's been struggling with, you know, not going full mad. But to what end, basically? Why does it have to be Illyria? Why, like, is it because they've got some connections to Azeroth that we don't know? This is where this question is, like, why does it have to be specifically her? But interesting, interesting. But as I said, I'm interested to find the chat with Illyria there, that because I saw that the little icon said stay a while and listen. So let's just watch it on YouTube, eh? Illyria, stay a while and listen. Mana Forge. So the betrayal is 5 minutes there. Yeah, this is how we got there.
Tamed within the dark heart.
That's the thing there. Yep.
Saladar survived?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I know that one.
You don't have. I can't. It's madness to trust her with this power.
Nah,
Mencius is all
yeah, we've seen all of that. We've seen all of that. That's nothing. Is this the same thing? Yeah, it is. Strange. Okay. Very, very strange. I honestly thought that would be a little bit more. Anyway, let's watch the trailer for Midnight for the next expansion.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides...
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Lothrma,
Morthamar, the void will envelop us
Liadrin.
soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
Oh yeah, see, there we go. So we've got all of the void rifts now.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Sunwell. Okay, so that can have major implications. Yeah, so the creatures of the void are on full-on assault.
Elves.
There you go, happy feet.
I can see you grow weary. How much much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know.
Oh, it's a cool shot.
If I deserve your help. But I know my people do. Please give them strength.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
Oh, we got some mindfuckery going on.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us.
What? Whose hand is that? Out of Sunwell. Hell yeah.
Sunwell will not fall.
Not while we draw breath.
That's some high fantasy shit. These paladins. Okay, well there you go. Part 2 of the saga. Gotta admit though, like where cinematics go, this is 10 times better than Dragonflight. Where everything's just hunky dory and the dragons are flying and ooh, friendship. And then 10 times better than The War Within, where what did we see in that trailer cinematic? That Anduin and Thrall have some visions and they came to see the sword. And Anduin is very upset and emo. And besides, like we haven't even encountered Anduin's stuff at all since we've dealt with it from the beginning of expansion. So like, he didn't go to the goblins and he didn't go to Karash. What we are doing in the expansion, well, it's quite clear. We're protecting. Like we're gonna be actually on Azeroth, protecting Azeroth. Because Sunwell is obviously one of the two, I think one of the two remaining arcane magic sources on the planet. Maybe three, maybe I'm forgetting something here. So corrupting Sunwell has been the goal for multiple different situations and scenarios, like the legions. So the demons from the legion were trying to corrupt it, like on multiple occasions. The massive wars were breaking out thousands of years ago, and even in the last Legion invasion, there was basically what they wanted to do. The Sunwell was trying to be used as a portal to summon like super powerful demons onto this planet. So basically, whoever controls the Sunwell controls a lot of power, and there's potentially also a very direct link between these magical sources and Azeroth, the Titan itself. Which again, we've heard her song, apparently. She's been gathering an army, apparently, for what we can tell, but we have no idea what for. So at least this cinematic is just the cinematic of the first season of the expansion, the first patch. Basically, what we're going to be doing, we're just going to be defending against Xalatath invasion. Whether or not she will be the end boss, and we'll just kill her there, and that's it, then the story will shift and move because there will be some kind of a bigger bad as a result of us killing Zali. This is the typical trope that always happens in WoW. Or maybe there will be something else, like a separate twist that nobody will see. Who knows? But yeah, no, this is so much cooler than the last two expansion cinematics. It's got the sense of weight to it, and the voice animation and the facial animations just getting better and better every single year as well. So, yep, no, they've done good. They've done good. Now, since we are doing lore stuff and doing lore on this character, check this out. About 4 months ago, they've introduced this specific thing. Maybe it was less than 4, maybe it was 3 months ago, with lore worker Cho, a little Pandaren friend who is the bookkeeper historian, who's been in this universe since Pandaria, obviously. And
How does today find you?
check him out. Ah, are you also taking a well-deserved break? There's nothing like catching up on some reading in the fresh air with a great view. But I wouldn't mind some company. Would you care to hear a story? Lore working.
Why don't they? Always.
Oh, Lali is sending visitors my way now. Ha. Of course she is. Ah, but she's correct. The only thing I love more than gathering stories is telling them. Sit down, let me share a tale with you.
Red light.
And see, what's lore walking? Lore walking can mean many things, my friends. For me, it is gathering of stories, the many versions of the stories, often historical deeds of the heroes of Azeroth, stories lost to history, stories fragmented by time and space that are difficult for most to piece together. For you, it means hearing those stories. Ask me to tell you a tale, I humbly believe it will be though you are experiencing it yourself. What stories can you tell me? And there we go. So they've introduced this idea that for those people who want to catch up on like important stuff in World of Warcraft and actually like understand what's going on a little bit, they've started with these 3 stories, which I have not done. I have no idea what they are. See, I haven't even collected the rewards from them yet. And I can think that they will gradually be introducing stuff like that and maybe even incorporate it in the leveling process. So anyway, Xalatath the Harbinger was once known as the Blade of the Black Empire. Her story is a well-kept secret, but her words and deeds have affected so many that she is impossible to ignore. Her story must be told. Ethereals. Mysterious and elusive, the Ethereals have traveled to our world, speak little of their history, yet there is much to be learned from the few things they do choose to share. And the Lich King, Arthas Menethil. It is said that when he was born, the very forest of Lordaeron whispered his name. But did the forest of his youth know what he would eventually grow to become? So, which one would you like to hear? Arthas. Alright, let's go for Arthas.
I must warn you, friend. This is not a tale for the faint of heart.
No,
The
this is...
Lich King. A figure so horrible that his very legacy defies remembrance. Perhaps we should recall instead the prince who had yet to become king.
Okay. Talk to Joe. Who was the Lich King? The story of Arthas is one of tragedy and caution. He was the best his people had to offer, and that set him on a path which destroyed both the future king and his kingdom.
Jade Serpent guide you. And so begins the tragic tale of Prince Arthas Manethil.
There you go. I'm actually Arthas. Training strike. Expert backhand.
There you are, lad.
Oh, fully
We've
voice
been
acted.
waiting for you.
Nice. Uther. That is actually the Uther.
Well met.
It is a big day, lad. We've got a parade of the troops visiting contingent from Ironforge. I hear what your father, King Terenas, will be here to observe everything. It's a day like today that you've been forged for, Arthas. Inspire your men. Prove yourself. Whip these troops into shape. No doubt Muradin has been itching for a brawl as well.
Seek justice, not vengeance.
Seeks justice, not vengeance. Yeah. Gittering rat. Is friendly. They don't let me kill rats. Lodran garrison. Hang on, I need to speak with it? I thought I did.
The light shines upon us.
By blood and honor we serve, boy, remember that, Uther.
For Lord
Uther, may I have a word? There's been something on my mind.
When has that ever not been the case? Speak up then.
I've trained hard as a Knight of the Silver Hand. Done my best to be a Paladin of the Light, but I'm still also Prince of Lordaeron. And one day, I'll be king. What happens if, at some point, those two duties conflict with each other? Which one wins?
Ha. Well, I know much of knighthood and little of royalty. But I do know what it's like to stand at a crossroads. My advice to you is this. All you can do is look down the paths in front of you and do your best to see what lies ahead. Only then can you decide which path will best serve your people in the end. For that is the duty of both Prince and Paladin.
Look down the path and see what lies ahead? That's your great advice?
I can impart many a lesson, my boy, but experience will always be the better teacher. Now go on. Your future awaits.
Right. Basically, I have no fucking idea what the future entails, so you better find it about yourself. Okay? Yo.
What are your orders?
Let's spar.
See you later.
Backhand. Very good, my lord.
Hey there. Be careful.
I'm just gonna slap you in the face.
Orders, Commander. Have a good one.
Found the button to actually increase the camera. Oh, dwarves, can I fight you too? No. Okay.
What are your orders? See you around.
Yeah. It's exactly right. But it does have potential. I think if they don't give up doing stuff like this, I think this was obviously a test run for them. And if they don't give it up and actually...
Hey there.
Yes, I'm beating
Farewell.
women. Oh well. Then they will include other stories as well. And what's even better, they could incorporate it into leveling. Basically say, okay, instead of sending you to this random like old expansion zone or whatever, where you have zero connection to what's going on, they can give you an option of just guiding you through these kind of mini stories, and this way new people can catch up, gently understand like the major character names and stuff like that.
I need to target something first.
What are we doing? Hello. Let's brawl. They'll let you just about anyone in here, eh lad? Ah, good to see you.
Show me what you've got.
Thunderclap.
The princeling has some fight.
It's a sign that the game dragged too long. This is even necessary. 100%. Of course it is. And it's lost track so many times. There's no coherent story from beginning to an end. Nothing gets interconnected with each other. The only resemblance of...
Uther trained you well, Arthas.
You do your order proud, boy.
And your kingdom as well. Come, my son. We have much to attend to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, what was the whole thing about Burning Crusade? I'm not even talking about Vanilla. Vanilla had literally no story at all from start to end. It was just, let's give the fan base who used to play Warcraft 3 strategy something to gush about and run around in the 3D world, essentially. And that was it. Burning Crusade comes in. Let's do the same thing, but now include Outland, because Warcraft 3 players have been playing as Blood Elves, and we know about Illidan, and we know about Outland, and all this kind of stuff, so boom. Same thing. How did it connect? Like us killing Illidan back then, or defeating them, whatever. How did it connect to the next one, which was the Lich King? Wasn't the time warp? No, it wasn't. And so, Lich King, same thing. Warcraft 3 players. We all know about Arthas, we all experienced it. Now it's finally time to beat them and, you know, deal with that. So there was a cohesion there within expansion itself, from beginning to an end. With Lich King there was like our preparation to defeat him, all of the stuff that we needed to get through. This side sort of mission that, you know, we've discovered Ulduar, the prison of an old god. And that kind of like shifted our priorities a little bit. But okay, we had to deal with that. And then eventually we defeated Lich King. How's Lich King connected to Cataclysm? It's not connected at all. Deathwing just decided that it's time for him to come out of his closet and wreak havoc on the planet. Fantastic. What came out next? Pandas. Again, zero connection. Except for one thing, that at the end of Cataclysm, we now know that Thrall is becoming exceedingly tired, and he decided to pass on the mantle of the War Chief to somebody who is power-hungry orc, Garrosh. And so Garrosh decided to open the door with a blast, so to speak, and nuke the fuck out of Alliance Foothold. And by an extent, Jaina's family and friends, basically, by literally dropping a nuke, which was not noble, warlike, or anything like that. It's just despicable genocide. So Jane is now pissed off. And then, oh, cool. We found that there's a new island on the mists, or like in the mists, somewhere on the sea that we've never discovered before. We need to go and claim it. Alliance goes there, Horde goes there. They fight each other because Garrosh is a warmonger, hungry bastard. And so it just happens that this island in the mist has got a lot of emotional connections that can manifest. So if there's a lot of anger, then all of a sudden there is the manifestation of anger. If there's a lot of despair going on, there's a manifestation of despair, and it all becomes bosses. Why? Because pandas and Confucianism and Kung Fu Panda was a thing, and we need to appeal for the Chinese market. But anyway, somehow in the middle of that, we've discovered that there has been other races, other like threats of resurrection and stuff, and in the end we kill Garrosh, who got corrupted by an old god's artifact and literally became completely and utterly like non-orc anymore. He just gone totally mad in the end. Cool. How does killing him? Well, actually, no. What happened then was this is where Blizzard has started introducing connections between expansions, but not in a direct way. They've started doing it through the books. You would never be able to connect Pandaria and the next one, which was Warlords of Draenor, if you did not know about the book that was written in between. And so Garrosh, we didn't kill him. We've defeated him and then chained him to trial him. Basically, they wanted to bring the justice by trialing him, which was a dumb thing to do anyway. So Garrosh escapes with the help of some infinite time dragons, because they were already causing a little bit of a mischief and trying to rewrite history, so to speak. And so Garrosh escapes. Actually, it wasn't even him who helped him. It wasn't a time dragon. It was Rathian. Yeah, it was. It was Rathian that we've just happened to know of in Pandaria. We've first introduced to him then, and Rathian said, "Okay, in the distant future, the whole planet of Azeroth will be in massive danger from the invasion of the demons. I foresee this is gonna happen. So in order to listen to his logic, in order to save the planet, what we're gonna do, we're gonna unleash a massive amount of warfare, destruction, and perish on the planet, and the strongest who will survive through that will be the strongest champions who can potentially stand and defeat the Legion invasion in the end." So he goes out of his way through them machinations and stuff to basically create a war zone on Azeroth. And his logic was, whoever survives, they will be strong enough to defend the planet. No, like doesn't matter about thousands and thousands of casualties in the process. No, no, no. Who cares? So he helps Garrosh to break free of the trial and the jail and possibly execution, sends him to a parallel universe of Azeroth, and basically makes him to talk to his own dad in this parallel universe and stop them all from drinking the blood of demons. And so the orcs on Draenor, who drank the blood of demons and became green in the end, filled with fel and all that kind of stuff, they didn't do it. Instead, they unified as all of the encompassing clans, and then decided to invade Azeroth. So alternative Azeroth orcs, the super strong Iron Horde, led by generals that we've known from the past, all of the warlords, they invade through Dark Portal to us. And that was, by the extension, that was the whole idea with saving Garrosh. Um, in the very beginning of that, Thrall just duels Garrosh and kills him. That's it. So, tied the loose ends. Who started the invasion? Garrosh did. And what do we do with him? Well, we already killed him in the raid once, so let's just kill him off screen in the cinematic. That's it. So the whole Warlords of Draenor basically created an ability for an alternative reality Gul'dan, which is an iconic character, warlock from the original story who is dead ages and ages ago. Um, Illidan, for example, during the last Legion invasion in the strategy game, he used the Skull of Gul'dan as an artifact to empower himself and suck himself demon energies. That's why he became this big dude with wings and horns and stuff, and he became part demon because of Skull of Gul'dan, the physical skull. Anyway, so this alternative Gul'dan, when they invaded, he created a possibility to actually summon real Archimond, real demons, and real everybody to Azeroth. So the original Gul'dan who wanted to do this couldn't do it, died, the whole shebang. But the alternative Gul'dan found a way. So now Legion invasion with the Legion expansion started because there was this alternative time reality Gul'dan in our planet summoning all of that shit. So Legion starts. Alright, so now it's becoming a little bit more closer to what we remember. With Legion, that's what we did. We defended against the demons. We've basically unified, and this was actually that um, invasion that Rathian was talking about. Okay, so how does Legion end? Well, we went to that planet in Cosmos, the essentially the home base of the demons themselves, and we killed them all in there. Or at least we defeat them enough so they just don't do anything. Um, and in the process, we trap Sargeras in the prison with Illidan, who is the commander of all of the demons. And why did he want to destroy Azeroth? Because he knew that Azeroth is the strongest titan there is in the universe, and he wants to kill and destroy it before it becomes corrupted by the void. Because that corruption by the void is ultimately the end of the universe. Okay, so that's why he created Legion, the demons themselves, to invade and destroy Azeroth this way, rather than it becoming corrupted by the void. That was his greater good. But in the end of the Legion, boom, we trapped everybody. How is Legion connected to Battle for Azeroth? We've just trapped everyone. We've killed all of the demons in the process, we've killed Gul'dan, this whole thing. How are these two connected? Well, in the last cinematic of the Legion, Sargeras plunges the sword in the planet. And apparently, plunging the sword in the planet started to seep out Azeroth's blood in the form of some kind of a stone called Azerite. And apparently, that um, resource became so valuable that two fractions decided to fight each other just to control it. That was the whole premise for Battle for Azeroth. There was no other reason to start the war that was in BFA except for just, yeah, it's just precious metal. And they wanted to have control over it. Okay, so in the process of doing the war thing and then realizing that the war is not the answer because we've got bigger problems, all of a sudden we see that now we've been invaded by Naga, Queen Azshara herself, and then when we defeat Queen Azshara herself, we somehow defeat N'Zoth as well. What? And also, it turns out that the war that happened and started in BFA was extremely important and necessary because all of the deaths and suffering that was fueling the war, that was not fueling, that was a consequence of the war, that was fueling the jailer in Shadowlands. And so Sylvanas has made a pact and a deal with the jailer ages and ages ago. And eventually she became the war chief because it was all set up for her to become the war chief, gone completely cuckoo, and then start the genocide everywhere and do as much bloodshed as possible because all of those souls that died didn't go in the Shadowlands apparatus. They go directly to the Maw, to the jailer, and that was empowering him. And so this is how BFA is connected to Shadowlands. And when Shadowlands got done and Jailer's plans of rebooting the universe or creating the system that is not a prison or whatever the fuck he was on about and stuff didn't go to fruition, it was done. Like lore-wise, there's zero connection between Shadowlands and Dragonflight. Not even in the books. There's literally zero connection. Dragonflight was meant to be a complete and utter reboot of everything, right? And so then we've played Dragonflight together. We've literally went and created the new character and we have done the entire story, and there's nothing connecting Dragonflight to this expansion, The War Within, except for the fact that there's this um, one MacGuffin artifact that we've lost in the Dragonflight, and now it's playing a big role because Xal'atath holds it, and she's doing all the shit in The War Within. But the saga, so War Within, Midnight, and the next expansion, I think it's called Last Titan, After Midnight, that's supposed to be the standalone, cohesive story from start to end, once again. So, when you're talking about how can you possibly connect all of that into any kind of cohesive narrative, like what Final Fantasy did, where from the very beginning to the very end of the journey of the champion of the light, and I'm not talking about Dawntrail, there was that linear sense of everything, cause and consequence, step by step, unraveling into the culmination of what it was in Endwalker. I mean, That's why FF14 does it best for MMOs, and nothing will ever come even close. But it's impossible in WoW. It simply is impossible. So things like this, what we're trying to do right now, potentially can be an answer. Just have to wait and see. But ultimately, we all know that WoW is not about the story. WoW, it's about gameplay and seasonal activities, like mini games that you can delve yourself into, raids, Mythic Plus, PvP. The rest is fluff that 99% of people are not interested in anyway. Whew. Wow, how to tell the whole World of Warcraft lore of expansions in 15 minutes. I'm glad I'm streaming this because this can go and like be clipped by itself and just send off into YouTube video.
Lordaeron looks to us.
Well done, my son. I've heard the stories from all the way here. Sounds like you gave them a lesson in humility. I heard soldiers from all the way over here. And the way you handled Muradin. But of course, you were born for this.
As both prince and paladin, Arthur's placed the future of his kingdom above all else.
A mega nerd, am I?
Then, one
Yes.
day, a terrible plague beset Lordaeron, one that turned its victims into the undead. Hello. Tread lightly.
Okay, now what?
Well met. Seek justice, not vengeance.
Greetings.
What happened next?
Having seen the horrors afflicting his people, Arthur believed it a mercy.
The main game is done, I believe. So we can do the lore things, or we can go straight to FF14.
Watch your tone with me, boy. You may be the prince, but I'm still your superior as a paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no. We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead.
What?
This entire city must be purged.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? You lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done. Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
This entire city must be purged.
Take position here, and I will lead a small force inside Stratholme to begin the culling. We must contain and purge the infected for the sake of all of Lordaeron.
Arthas has resolved to put the city to the torch. I mean, some pre-story is a bit necessary. Obviously, in the Warcraft 3 game, there were missions before this mission where he was going between the different villages and mini towns to understand what's the plague, what is it caused by, like, what's going on, and he's witnessed undead, like he's witnessed zombies, he's witnessed like all of that kind of shit on the way here. And as a king, obviously he had to come to be making a very terrible decision, so this is extremely condensed to understand his motivation.
This city will be cleansed.
Are you ready to do whatever? Yes, I'm ready.
Everyone looks ready. Remember, these people are all infected with the plague and will die soon. We must purge Stratholme to protect the remainder of Lordaeron from the Scourge. Let's go.
Prince Arthas, may the light be praised. Many people in the town have begun to fall seriously ill. Can you help us?
I can only help you with a clean death.
What? This can't be. Oh no.
That was just the beginning.
This is the beginning. I've been waiting for you, young prince. I am Mal'Ganis. As you can see, your people are now mine. I will now turn this city, household by household, until the flame of life has been snuffed out.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death. Mal'Ganis will send out some of his Scourge minions to interfere with us. Those of you with the strongest steel and magic shall go forth and destroy them. I will lead the rest of my forces in purging Stratholme of the infected.
Could the people of Stratholme have been cured and saved? We may never know. Arthas was unwilling to risk the rest of the kingdom. All he could offer was a clean death and swift vengeance.
I will not allow this plague to spread. One less obstacle to deal with.
I'm gonna finish this right now. Just you and me.
I can't afford to spare you.
And meet me in the Arctic land of Northrend. It is there that we shall settle the score between us. It is there that your true destiny...
I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth! You performed well this day. Anything that Mal'Ganis has left behind is yours. Take it as your reward. I must now begin plans for an expedition to Northrend.
Arthas did not relent in his pursuit of Mal'Ganis. He would deliver retribution for what the Dreadlord had done, and for what Mal'Ganis had forced him to do in return.
I can't afford to spare you.
Every good story needs a hero. Few survived the expedition to Northrend. Restless ghosts haunted those forlorn shores long afterward.
Greetings!
Toxin in the mercury elixir will render you unconscious. So powerful is the effect of the mercury that even your spirit will be fooled, allowing you to temporarily enter the world of the dead. Once a spirit, you must speak to ghostly denizens of the forgotten shore. Seek out the cause of their anguish and return to me. Remember, these spirits were once Alliance soldiers. Treat them with respect, honor, and dignity. Okay, that's strange. Must be in the forgotten shore. Yeah, it's down there. Learn about the doomed expedition. Definitely doomed.
What's on your mind?
Captain says as soon as Prince Arthas returns, we'll be on our way to Lotharon. I'm sure he will be back soon. Cheer up. Footman.
Greetings. Can I help you?
Arthas and Muradin have been gone a long time. Hope they're in danger. Yeah, you guys are all dead.
For the Alliance.
I'm sure everything will be alright. And
more work?
can't you see that I'm busy? I'll never have the base ready in time for Prince's return. Night. The knights, yeah, they should be the knights. They're usually on the horse.
What can I do for you?
Rage. That's how I can sum up my feelings towards this whole mess. We worked our fingers to the bone trying to get through the woods and to the shore, only to find that we're too late. Only way home has been destroyed.
See you around.
Stay vigilant. Oh, we can fly here. Nice.
Hello. See ya around.
Ice fills with tears. They don't know, none of them know. They think Arthas will to be some great hero, when in truth he was Arthas who ordered the ships to be burned. It was Arthas who left us for dead in frozen wasteland. Not all of the soldiers from Prince's fleet perished in the freezing winter. I was only a lad when I was given the chance to battle the Scourge, to save our home from certain destruction, and I took that chance.
Goodbye.
Zeli gave a crystal ball to me years ago. Specific instructions on its use. For 5 years, whenever I would feel anger, anxiety, or sorrow over the events that transpired here, I focused my thoughts on the orb. I now understand why Zeli gave the crystal to me. Take my crystal orb to the Forgotten Shore, find the ruins of my old base, the upper reaches of the beach, and place the orb in the center of the town. Let the Forgotten see the world through my heart and soul.
See ya around.
Strange. No. It was all lies. Captain Luke Valenforth.
I apologize, emissary, but the prince is away on an errand. What brings you to this desolate place?
By royal edict, you men are to return to Lordaeron immediately. Lord Uther has convinced the king to recall this expedition.
We're to just pick up and leave?
That's correct.
My men report that the roads from here to the shore are held by the undead. You'll need to find an alternate route back to your ships.
To hell with the undead. We'll cut our way through the woods, men.
Captain, why are the guards not at their posts?
Well, my lord, your father had our troops recalled at Lord Uther's request.
Uther had my troops recalled? Damn it! If my warriors abandon me, I'll never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore.
Isn't that a bit much, lad?
Burned down to their frames! No one goes home until our job here is done!
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthas? Is vengeance all that's important to you?
Spare me, Muradin. You weren't there to see what Mal'Ganis did to my homeland.
Yep.
How are you doing?
Did a good thing this day. Hundreds of lost souls are now redeemed thanks to you.
Farewell to you.
You have honored me and honored the memory of hundreds of Alliance veterans, Drake. Zelik was wise in sending you here. Please return to him and give him my thanks. He'll be happy to hear the events that transpired at the Forgotten Shore. I don't have the gift of foresight like Zelik, but I'm certain that great things await for you. Farewell.
Bye.
Zelik the Visionary.
Hey there.
It is I who owe you a great debt of gratitude, hero. Auric is like a brother to me. You have changed his life and given renewed hope to countless others.
Safe travel.
I have labeled the cave as Frostmourne Cavern. Why the Scarlet Onslaught is interested in such thing is unknown, but by the look of things the area surrounding the cave is heavily guarded. Nonetheless, we must proceed. Take this Shrine Orb and travel north, out of town, and then northwest towards Scarlet Point. Make your way into the cave and battle your way to the bottom. Once there, use the orb, return it with what you discover.
See you around.
Well, we discover Frostmourne. What else would we discover?
Behold, Muradin, our salvation, Frostmourne.
Halt, lad. There's an inscription on the dais. It's a warning. It says, "Whomsoever takes up this blade shall wield power eternal. Just as the blade rends flesh, so must power scar the spirit." Oh, I should have known. The blade is cursed. Let's get the hell out of here.
I would gladly bear any curse to save my homeland.
Leave it be, Arthas. Forget this business and lead your men home.
Damn the men! Nothing shall prevent me from having my revenge, old friend. Not even you. Now, I call out to the spirits of this place. I will give anything, or pay any price, if only you will help me save my people.
Moradin's dead. No, Moradin is not dead. My head, where am I? Who am I? Ah, yeah, that's right. Isn't he the champion? At least his brother is or something. What's it? What's the name of that Diamond King? Champion. He's Bronzebeard too, has to be. Bran is the explorer, Bran Bronzebeard.
You need something?
Moradin lives? Could it be? I must notify King Bronzebeard. Yeah, there you go. King Bronzebeard is that other guy, I just can't remember his name. Need to consult the orb. There must be more information somewhere.
See you later.
Greetings. Farewell. I thought I could always be learning.
No king rules forever is the next chapter in Arthur's story. But I think we can continue afterwards. Interested to know what they've done with Xalatath and the Ethereals, because that was actually relevant. And because they did this thing prior to this current expansion, so patch with Karesh and Dementias, that probably was a bit more relevant. Anywho, yeah, Dementias looks cool. I don't think we've had a boss like that in a very, very long time. Even Argus, the soul of the planet, wasn't as cool, I don't think. So yes, all devouring has devoured too much and then was just erupting his belly button. But checking the planet was cool. And that thing that like gave the idea that he's just huge and massive. Yeah, that's definitely very cinematic. Alright. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Rest well.